nation, brand new people of God. That is who we are.
Good day from wherever you're watching me from. I am Uzo Prosper Chukuma, the head of the media team of Vine University, America and Nigeria. I welcome you to this live and exclusive interview with the Chancellor of Vine University, America and Nigeria, Reverend Dr. Bola Arowolo. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Right here with me in the studio is Dr. Brown, the Vice Chancellor of Vine University, Nigeria. Dr. Brown, you're welcome, sir.
God bless you.
All right, sir. Can you please give us a brief introduction of yourself and tell us what brought you to this great country? Because I learned you've been in the U.S. for a long time.
Well, thank you very much. I reside in the United States, like you said. I'm a marketer by profession. I'm a missionary. I'm a psalmist. I'm a songwriter. I'm a multi-instrumentalist. I'm a pastor. And I do train people. I'm a teacher of the word and teacher of music. So I came to Nigeria this time around on an apostolic visit concerning what has been going on in this nation. And I feel so strongly that, like Nehemiah in the Bible, there's something we can do to alleviate the sufferings of our people. It's one thing for us to hear about what is going on in Nigeria, which I've been hearing from so many people. And each time we hear what is going on in Nigeria, our hearts break. Yeah. For instance, the insecurity, the killing of people, the raping, the economic hardship, the farmers being killed, the petroleum scarcity, the hike in price of commodity, the inflation. When we hear of all these things, it breaks our heart, we lose our sleep. Just like the same thing Nehemiah, when he heard about what was going on in Jerusalem in his days, he wept, he cried, then he prayed. So we have cried, or we have been crying, and also we have been praying. But Nehemiah didn't stop at praying alone. He took action to see how that problem can be resolved.
Yes, sir.
The problem of insecurity in his country, the problem of hardship of the people there. Yes, so he took it upon himself to go on a one-man mission. Each time I read the story of that man, I'm stirred in my spirit that God can use us. And I believe that there are many Nehemiahs, there are Nigerians that are outside the country that God will bring back in his own time to come and help to bring a positive change toward the development of this country. So that is why I'm here.
I must say I'm very, very impressed because, many times when people leave this country and they go out, they don't feel like coming back. But then I'm meeting someone who has a burden for where he's coming from, and he has taken a one-man mission to come down and see what can be done to solving the situation. I must very say, sir, that is very, very patriotic of you. You are such Nigerians that we look forward to seeing. All right, sir, in your introduction, you said something about being a music minister and a psalmist. Can you just remind us maybe one of your songs in the past that people know you with?
God can never make a mistake has become like the thing that has stuck on my skin that cannot actually shove away. My children also have recorded this separately, and so those songs says God can never make a mistake. He made the world, he made the man, he made the stars, he made the mountains, he made the doctors, he made the professors, and all these things people can make mistakes. Presidents can make mistakes, nurses can make mistakes, parents can make mistakes, pastors can make mistakes, singers can make mistakes. So virtually everybody is prone to making mistakes. Only God cannot make a mistake. So that song is a song that people, when they listen to it, it means a lot in their lives. Somebody wrote me recently when they heard that song again, said, well, it just encouraged me because I've made some silly mistakes in my life. But when I heard that song, I was encouraged that I can actually rise up from my mistake and allow God to correct me so I can move on.
That's a great one. I'm actually encouraged. So whenever you hear God can never make a mistake, you remember Reverend Dr. Bola Arowolo, because he is the one God has used to release such a great power to us in this time, and we are elated to be part of this generation. Thank you so much, sir, for being here.
Thank you.
All right, sir. You mentioned something about your apostolic visits, sir. So can you, in a brief moment, just explain to us where you've been and what has taken place there, and a little bit of your adventure in Nigeria in the past 1 month, sir?
We are coming to Nigeria is actually apostolic visits, and I'm amazed at the thing that God has done. When I arrived here, we started from Abuja.
Wow.
I was with one of the bishops here, Archbishop John Prost of the Moulin Chapel.
Yes, sir.
We had a wonderful time together. I ministered 3 times in his church, and also was able to introduce the vision of Divine University, America. So that means that one of the major purposes why I came was to actually introduce Divine University America to the believers here in Nigeria, and what benefit each person can derive from attending that institution. Then from there, I went to Zaria
Yes, sir.
with Dr. John Akpami.
Yes, sir.
They're having a convention, so I was privileged to be invited to minister there. And I also shared the vision of the school. Then I was with Bishop David Bakari, also in Zaria.
Yes, sir.
And I also shared the vision of the school. Then I went to Benin.
Wow.
We have a campus now in Benin.
Wow.
We're hosted by Apostle Titus Ayo Akingbemi,
Wow.
who resides there in Benin City. So from there, we went to Lokoja.
Wow, that's great.
We're hosted by Bishop Samson Hussein, a very, very long time friend. We've known each other since 1976. So him and the crew of other ministers there in Lokoja welcomed us to Lokoja. So we have a campus now in Lokoja.
Oh, that's
And then from there, I went to Lorry. So in Lorry also, we're hosted by the Children and Suffering Church.
that's good.
We have a campus there now, and then we also have a campus at the Holy Ghost Center in Lorry.
Oh,
So I went to Lagos also to see some brethren there, and then to visit. And also, the visit is not just only for bringing ministerial blessing to the country.
yeah.
We also brought some things because we realized that Nigeria at this point in time, so many churches, so many spiritual organizations,
Yes, sir.
and where people are living in abject poverty.
Very true, sir.
So how do we bring
Balance.
How do we balance
Yes.
the spiritual and then the social and the economic situation of Nigeria, so that there's no part that is lacking.
Yes, sir.
So as a result of that, we have come also to introduce some business,
Wow.
so that when people can be given a training for entrepreneurship.
Right.
They can actually be able to make our spirituality, the Bible, prayer, and then go from there and take steps on things that they can do to better their lives, and also to inject some progress, some development into the community.
Wow.
We want to deal with science and technology, want to deal with medicine, want to deal with the agricultural sector, want to deal with the political sector also, the government, so that we don't have people running away from actually doing their participating in politics in the name of being a Christian.
Yes.
We can all be part of this thing to build this nation together. So that is another thing we are doing. So we are here to actually motivate. We brought some businesses to the country to introduce some business in the area of transportation. And also the area of design. I'm an architect by profession.
Wow.
So we are trying to see how we can actually help the building industry
Yes.
to be able to research and develop new building materials that is going to be very, very durable, affordable, and long-lasting for the kind of climate we have in Nigeria and Africa. So we're working on areas so that can create more jobs for people that didn't have jobs, and then we can, by doing that, improve the economic activities in the country, and also look at how Nigeria can be able to become not just a dumping ground for foreign goods, but also a country that can export
Yes.
products, either in the area of technology and science, or even agricultural produce,
Yes, sir.
arts and culture. Music is already doing well in Nigeria, but can do better.
We can do that.
So we're already exporting music out of the country.
Yes, sir.
We want to also train more people to be able to inject into the world some good quality music that is lifting. Let us build a music system that will be able to bring sanity to the world and make people able to think well and make the best use of this great gift of music that God has given to humanity.
Wow. So if you had Reverend Dr. very well, you would notice that is an all-encompassing vision that focuses on human capital development and focuses also the all-round development of not just individuals, not just a region, not just a religion, but the whole nation. I must say that this is a very, very rare kind of vision, and it is great to have you do this, sir. All right, sir. You spoke about Vine University, sir. I would want to know what brought about the vision of Vine University. Is it in relation with what you came to do in Nigeria, or is it a different mission altogether? And how did it come into being?
Well, we have been prospecting a university here since 1979. We have a nice piece of land in Kogi State.
Wow.
It's called, we named it first Bethel University Ayere in Kogi State. So some other people have applied for that name. So NUC didn't give us that name. Yeah, because some people came before us to apply for that name. But eventually we now chose Vine University. I haven't played, so we chose Vine University Ayere. So last year, June 2023, we went and did the groundbreaking of the university in Ayere.
Wow.
Prayed for the community, and then delivered the community from courses that have been there for years. So we had worshipers. We worked with an army of worshipers.
That's good.
Because what we actually work with in our ministry is worship.
Yes, sir.
So we fought the hand of God. So when we got back to the US, I wanted to establish a 501c3 organization, like a charity organization, that will be able to raise funds to support the work here, so that we don't mingle with money coming from the project here with any other thing in the US. So we wanted the government to give us kind of like an approval for a charity organization that will help us to raise funds for that project here. So I invited my lawyer, lawyer for the ministry. So an elderly man, 75 years old, has practiced law for more than 50 years. So he said, so I told him that this is what we wanted to do. So he said, no, you need I know what you need. I said, what do you think I need? He said, you need a university in the US. I said, no. He said, no, you're a pastor, I'm a pastor. Yeah. I'm telling you what God told me to tell you.
Yes, sir.
So I was like, no, I don't want to add to my burden. We're still trying to carry one huge assignment here. He said, no, you cannot invest in the US. And I said, so. I didn't even allow me to answer.
Wow.
He just gave me 2 telephone numbers and asked me, call this person, call this person. Yes. Long story short, within 3 months, we were celebrating our 40th anniversary in ministry. The people that actually approved the university for us, they brought the certificates for that university in America.
Wow, this must be in the hand of God.
And then we can now run programs from associate to bachelor's to master's to PhD.
Wow.
For ministerial courses.
Oh, for ministerial courses.
Yes, and it's online university.
Wow.
Yes.
That's great. That's great. We actually appreciate universities that are going online now, because a lot of people do not have the zeal to sit down in the physical location studying. So what you are doing, sir, is actually ultra-modern, and I must say that it is futuristic. So it's a very, very good approach, sir. All right, sir. In the course of your apostolic visit, sir, did you witness or did you encounter any challenge? What are the challenges you encountered, and how were you able to overcome them?
Well, I wouldn't say the personal things I encountered. Were the pain that is going on in Nigeria that I saw that made my heart to bleed. When I see how people are complaining about transport fare to travel to places, the bad roads that people travel on to get from point A to B, those things, when I compare what is going on where I'm coming from in the US and look at all the infrastructure, electricity not working, people are in darkness most of the time. You cannot do that business, because these are the things that are actually breaking my heart. When some people that I met along the way say, suppose somebody went to the market yesterday, bought 3 pieces of tomatoes for 7,000 naira. I cannot imagine that. So I was just thinking, okay, why can't we find a solution to all this? So I'm kind of like working with all those things. And because I'm a solution-oriented person, I have time to listen to all these things, but also looking for ways to solving them.
Yes, sir.
So that's just the thing I encountered. I applied some of this road when I was traveling. Between Lokonja and going to Wari, I decided to travel by road deliberately.
Yes, sir.
So our vehicle broke down just after Mwano.
Wow.
And we didn't get to Wari until past 12 in the night.
Wow.
So that's a risk, particularly in this time when it comes to insecurity in the land. But God actually protected me all through my journeys in this country. But I tried as much as possible to make sure that I go through some of the things that people are going through,
Oh, yes.
so that I can be able to know how to tackle those problems.
Yes, sir. All right, sir. To the final lap of these questions, what are your next plans? What do we expect? What's your next move?
Well, what we intend to do right now is to organize some empowering seminars, economic empowerment seminars for young people.
Yes, sir.
This we register in the University America. Our system of education is not the normal type. We are coming back to the place, to the school, with a vision or with a mindset of becoming an inventor.
Yes, sir.
Or someone that's able to create something. So the school is going to work with you.
Yes, sir.
To make sure that you become, that thing is accomplished. And then manufacturing of those things, we're not going to stop at just researching those ideas.
Yes,
we want these ideas to become ideologies. Yes, so they become technology.
Yes, sir.
That people can manufacture. And then it can be available to turn Nigeria into a nation of manufacturers, not just consumers. Wow. So that is the next thing we are doing. We are willing to work with government. We are willing to work with every sector. We are right now working on things in the building industry. We are working on things that will work for roofing, for tiling, things like that, that make it healthier. For people, houses that are going to be living in must be healthy. So we're talking about the widows and orphans and how we can actually alleviate the suffering of the people along the line. So all those things we are kind of like looking at one after the other, and then we are going to be setting up businesses.
Wow.
Just to encourage people that in the midst of all this hardship, people with ideas, they will not lack. Because God gives us ideas. And if we just go to sleep with those things, we're going to live in penury and in hunger.
Yes, sir.
But if people's things are beginning to work on them daily and look for resource places that will help us turn our ideas to ideology and technology.
Yes, sir.
But at the end of the day, we can begin to deal with this issue gradually.
Yes, sir.
And of course, our school is trying to work with government to eradicate corruption. Now, not by killing it,
Yes, sir.
but by actually training people. Bible says, train your child in the way that should go when it grows up, it won't depart from it. So I learned a president came and said, he wants to fight corruption. You don't fight corruption. What you do is actually train people to be honest.
Yes, sir.
Train people to be honest. They will not see corruption. And train them from kindergarten to elementary to high school. So we have developed a curriculum that actually deals with honesty, the benefit of honesty in building a nation. Through our institution, we'll be able to inject the spirit of honesty that will actually be able to gradually eradicate corruption and build honest leaders for Nigeria tomorrow.
Wow. So if you are following us, Reverend Dr. Bola Arowolo has just given us a precise and accurate cure to the menace of corruption. He said you don't fight corruption. Corruption is not a human being that you fight. You don't fight corruption. You don't eradicate corruption by just talking about it. He has given us an adequate and precise solution to corruption. And he said that you begin to train children in the benefits of honesty, get them trained, you teach them how to be honest and what it will benefit them to be honest. And as you do that, these children begin to grow, and by the time they become adults, you will find that corruption has finally died out, because the adults we have now that are corrupt, it will actually be very difficult to get them out of corruption. But when you teach children to grow in the way of honesty, it is easier to eradicate corruption. Thank you very much, sir. The final question before we let you go, sir. What do you have to say to the young people, the youth who are listening to you and watching you from all over the world? What do you have to say to them, especially the Nigerian youth? What do you have for them, sir?
That they should discover themselves in God.
That's great.
Discover yourself in God, because you are not just an entity all by yourself. Yes, there's somebody who owns the life that is in you. Yes. So when you're able to tie yourself back to your Creator, then you're able to develop a relationship with Him,
yes, sir.
Then you need to get to a point where you are able to know yourself in the way God knows you, and not the way the society defines you.
Yes, sir.
Some people have said that youth in this country, they are lazy. I don't see the youth in this country like that. No. I see that the youth in this country, They need to discover who they are. And until we are able as a nation to create an environment for them to be able to focus and have a serious relationship with their maker, who is going to make them into what he wants them to be, then that's why I'm going to tell the youth, discover yourself in God. And then if you have a vision, pursue it with all of your heart. I left this country with $100 in year 2002.
Wow.
I left for US with $100. And when I got to the US, I asked myself, well, $100, what do you do? I could have gone to eat hamburger with it. I have children, you know.
Wow.
I was 40 years old then.
Wow.
So now, I went to the store and I bought books
Great.
that will help me to do the ministry
Yes, sir.
that I went to do in America. I've never been an American before. I've traveled there in 1986, I've traveled there in 1992. Other than that, I've been there and coming. But to go and stay there, I thought if I'm going to be there to do anything, then I need to study.
Yes, sir.
So I went and read the books on how to do ministry of music as a Christian in the US. And I sat down and I read it. Then I began to now train myself
Yes, sir.
on how to be relevant to the community where I found myself.
Wow.
So eventually, very soon we started doing stadium music programs in stadiums.
Wow.
We've had about 13 stadium events in the US, bringing communities together for the way of worship.
Wow.
So our ministry became relevant to the need of the community we find ourselves.
Wow.
So study to show yourself approved, a workman that needed not to be ashamed, that can rightfully divide the word of truth. So you need to study, and the best place to study for studying God,
Yes, sir.
studying yourself. Go inside and discover who you are in God. The way you discover the treasure that's inside of you. And as you mine this treasure out, it becomes a commodity that the society wants to purchase.
Yes, sir.
The gift of God in you is going to be what the people are looking for. And when you harness it properly, they are going to find where people can pay anything to get that from you. You become a living treasure.
Yes, sir. Very true.
So that's where I will tell you it. There are some people that I found that had a notion and said some people went to be abroad and then they were castigating them. Now, listen, there are so many things that need people out of the country.
Yes, sir.
So you can't blame people for moving. Some people went because God asked them to go. Some other people went to go and search for a better livelihood. So you don't blame them. The bottom line is that Nehemiah, he had to leave for one reason or another to that place he went. But eventually God now prepared him and brought him back at the time that God has appointed to use him to bring blessing to his country. Eventually he became the governor of Judah. So you can see that a lot of Nehemiahs are there that are learning different things abroad. Technology, medicine, engineering, different kinds of things that very soon, when things begin to improve in Nigeria and their security, then we begin to bring them back to inject into this economy and then into the life of the people here, what they have learned out there that can make Nigeria better. So I don't think anybody should be rushing them, people that are abroad, and looking at them as though they are doing the wrong thing. And I want to encourage those who are abroad, please listen to God. At any time that God speaks to you to come to Nigeria, please come and help. We are already here on ground, trying to do the best we can. We're no single person can solve the problem of Nigeria, but God can let us do little at a time. And everybody for his own people, and God can, through your effort and my effort, make this nation a nation we can all be proud of.
Yes, sir. All right, that was a great work from Reverend Dr. Bola Arowolo, the founder of Vine University, America and Nigeria. We'll be taking a quick break right now, and when we are back, we will have a talk or a quick interview from the Vice Chancellor of Vine University, Dr. Brown. Kindly stay with us.
A new nation. We lift up the banner of Jesus here.
Yeah, welcome back from that short break where before we went, we had a great and motivational discussion with the founder of Vine University America, Reverend Dr. Bola Arowolo, and it was a great moment. Now we are about to move on to our next guest, the Chancellor or Vice Chancellor, the Vice Chancellor of Ban University America Nigerian Campus, Dr. Godwin Brown. You're welcome on stage.
God bless you.
How are you doing, sir?
Oh, great.
I can see you're looking great, sir. With a great smile and everything. I love your smile, sir. All right, it's great to have you on board, sir. All right, can you tell us a little bit about Ban University America, the Nigerian campus, and how it has been going so far?
Yeah, there is a Nigerian campus, and then thank God for our father, Reverend Dr. Bola Arowolo. Thank God for the great work he's been doing. And thank God for the grace of God.
Yes.
He came in, and then he has been traveling from one corner to other, introducing the university.
Yes.
And we are set to go.
Wow.
We are set to go. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. So, in the course of this running the Nigerian campus of the Vice University, have you encountered any challenge? What are the challenges you've encountered in terms of, because I learned it is completely online. So, what challenges have you encountered with lecturing and every other thing that pertains to it?
Yeah, our lectures are online, and then the classes, everything is going to be online registration. Online, the Nigerian thing.
Yes,
It's always internet.
Yes.
Internet, electricity, and all of that. So
Yes.
apart from those, we don't have so much.
Well, I'm particularly elated with the fact that Vice University is going to be completely online, because, like I said earlier, the world has gone digital, and it is highly futuristic that the Vice University is coming at this point in time and going in the light of the latest development. It's something that is applaudable. Thank you once again, sir. All right, what do you have to say to our Nigerian masses out there who long to belong to such an institution or to study in such an institution? What do you have to say to them, and how can they be part of it, sir?
Yeah, we really have to embrace technology. And school like this that is universal is good for everyone to key in.
Yes.
Especially when it comes to Nigerian pastors, Nigerian ministers. Really, this will expose us to the globe. And then our registration, like I said, is online. Just Google it if you care. Vice University America, you will see us there. So all our forms, everything, like I said, they are all there. So you can Google, then upload your documents, and the workers are there online.
That's a great one, sir. One final question for you, sir. Are there challenges that Vice University American Nigerian campus tend or have a plan of conquering? Do you have a target of challenges that you want to conquer? Or
yeah, let's link back to what Daddy said. You see, prior to now, we know our ministers have been just focusing on Bible.
yes, sir.
That's very good.
Very good.
But now we want to push forward,
Yes, sir.
bringing in entrepreneurship studies, and then going beyond praying, fasting,
Yes,
which will be
yes.
doing. Now we want to do that. We pray.
Yes,
we
sir.
walk. We pray.
Yes, sir.
And I think that will really take us far. That's exactly what Nehemiah did. And that's what our dad is saying.
Yes.
He did not just depend on praying while he was where he was. After praying, he took a step.
Yes.
And that's what we want to do. We want to take a step further, practicalize and putting into effectiveness what we are praying and what we have seen.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow, that's a great one. So if you followed us all this, you will know that Vice University America is a place to be. Just like the Vice Chancellor said, the forms are available online, and I don't think the teacher fees are too expensive.
Well, not
No, they are not expensive at all. So it's something you can easily afford. So we encourage you as a minister and as a person who wants to advance in the knowledge of God and in the knowledge of the scriptures, you are encouraged to pick up a form and register with Vice University Nigeria. Also, be on the lookout for a lot of programs, as Daddy has said, that has been prepared to bring about a great revolution in the economy of Nigeria. Believe you me that when he touches all these aspects that has to do with technology, agriculture, education, religion, it is all encompassing. And so it is a great vision that we are happy to get into. So be on the lookout, and thank you for joining us. Once again, my name is Prosper Uzo, and we have here with me Reverend Dr. Bola Arowolo and Dr. Godwin Brown. Thank you so much for joining us.
A new nation will
Jesus here.